I feel so empty, and I don't know why. I used to put my whole identity into being the smart girl. I did relatively very well in school, and all my friends would describe me as the smart one because I got good grades. And I cared so much about school that at any given moment someone would ask me, "What are you doing?" My answer would probably be studying. And then I got, I don't even remember now, probably a B on a paper in high school, and it absolutely shook my world. I was devastated, and I remember sitting in my room late at night crying about how I'm no longer smart because that one grade defined me so hard. I took that grade as everything, given I was unhealthily obsessed with my grade. I was seeking academic validation more than anything else in my life, and that really broke me because all my life, all I'd been working towards, my identity, who I valued myself as a person was disproven. That was the moment I realized how unhealthy my obsession was with grades. I kind of knew, but I also didn't really understand the psychological impact of it until that moment. And ever since that moment, I had been trying to alleviate myself of that mindset. And it is a work in progress, and I think I've done a pretty good job not caring as much about my grades. But it's still in the back of my mind. Considering that was my identity, I didn't know who I was without my academics. I kind of got an identity crisis. Who was I now? I realized that I think I shifted my focus, especially going into a major in the arts field, that I am a creative. I put my identity into being able to make great art, whatever form it took. Today, I had kind of procrastinated everything that I should be doing to paint. I haven't painted in quite a while, but painting used to be my chosen medium. I would paint so much, and for the most part that was the only art medium that I would do. I revisited it today. I sucked. I had this vision of what I wanted to paint, sketched it out on Illustrator, and then transferred that onto the canvas. I was all excited. I went to start painting it, and I got so frustrated because I was so bad. I got so discouraged from finishing the painting or even trying to make it better that I just painted over it and said, I'm gonna do something else because this is not working. So I painted over it and tried to start a different painting, and that wasn't going very well either. And I got so frustrated. I started just abstract painting on the canvas, but not in an artsy creative abstract. No, I was just scribbling on the canvas. All I knew was that I was a good painter and I could count on that. And I couldn't paint for shit. So I just started putting paint on my hands, getting my anger out on the canvas, and then covering it up again. I wasted my whole day and was not satisfied with the results, leaving me with this feeling of emptiness. Because, well, I defined my identity as being a good painter, partly. Surely putting your identity into multiple things is better than just grades, but it's still not healthy.
Hi, this is Recording Lucia back. I have a script right here, clearly, because this is Recording Lucia back. I hope the video before wasn't too lo-fi for you, because one night I was really in my feels and I decided to whip out my phone and just talk. I just had a conversation with myself about how I was feeling and didn't have a script, didn't know what I was going to say. I just knew that I felt, and I felt deeply. So I wanted to share how I was feeling. In the latter half of that video that I filmed, I brought up this quote that I saw on Instagram, but I wanted to go into it a little bit more. So I saw this quote. It's by Oscar Wilde, And he said, if you know exactly what you want to be in life, you will become it. And that is your punishment. At first, I didn't really know what to think of it. It sounded like a dream come true. It's like that saying that you attract what you fear, and people make the joke that they're afraid of money. But I guess there's some underlying truth to what he said. I guess you can take many different things from it, but the way I took it, if you know exactly what you want to be, for instance, an actor, then you'll become it, but that's all you'll be, just an actor. You've boxed yourself in on this narrow path and you won't stop until it comes true. Might sound like a good thing, but at what cost? Maybe on a more flexible, open-minded path, you could have become a very overly successful singer, but instead you're just an actor. Doesn't mean that you're an A-list actor. Doesn't mean you could have been more successful doing something else. You're just an actor. Putting all your identity into one singular thing might hold you back. The beauty of life is you don't have to know the future. You can just be present. You can be smart without getting A's. You can be creative without being a good painter. You can be strong while crying. Not everything is so linear. Not everything is black and white. All you can be is you. What you define yourself as is dynamic. It's evolving as you do, and it should not limit you.